What's going on, guys? This is the MMA Complex, and my name is Josh.
And I'm James.
And we are back with a brand new episode 100.
Woohoo! Happy birthday!
Well, 100. It's basically almost 2 years, just shy of, well, a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
From our first episode.
Yeah.
So it's been a good ride, man.
A lot has happened in those 2 years.
A lot has happened. Yeah, a lot has happened in 2 years. We are at the 100th episode now. We have done, I believe, a lot more than 100 episodes.
Yeah, this only including in studio episodes, not our bonus content that when we do events and fights.
Yeah. We've done a lot of bonus episodes way back.
On the road, we did
on the road episodes, and I mean, we would title them. This is like early on.
Yeah.
And then we kept them separate from our regular episodes. And then eventually we just started doing nothing but just regular episodes and started keeping count of everything that we did. And we're at 100, basically. Officially 100.
It's a milestone.
Yeah, it's a milestone. So it's a good episode, great episode, actually. We got some really good guests for you guys this week. We didn't want to disappoint for the 100th episode, obviously. We have Eddie Bravo, the one and only Eddie Bravo, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Eddie Bravo Invitational EBI, which is this weekend.
Yeah.
He will be on the show. We'll get to him shortly. So Eddie Bravo will join us. Not only Eddie Bravo is on the show, but we have Jimmie Rivera.
UFC
bantamweight Jimmie Rivera, who fights Dominic Cruz this December. Awesome, right? Yeah. We got caught up with Jimmy before his he's starting his training camp, and he's gonna be he'll be on the show. We'll get to his interview soon. So stack show, Jimmie Rivera, Eddie Bravo, 100th episode. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, we try to get obviously more guests, but people are busy these days.
Yeah, we try to stack the deck, but
Yeah, I'm happy with what we got.
People are busy. I'm happy with what we got. We got some quality people.
Yeah.
So man, a lot has happened in the news. A lot of drama. Nothing crazy, but you got to touch on some of the things like the whole drama with Mark Hunt going on right now, and then we could talk about that real quick. Why not?
Yeah.
Dana White and all them put out a statement. UFC put out a statement saying they're kind of sticking by their story about how Mark Hunt, he did an interview recently talking about memory loss and a couple other things that just didn't seem right talking about going into a fight. Now, he later came out saying that it was just a joke. He was just playing. He's like, I don't remember a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's not just because of fighting. It's just because of just normal
age, probably.
Age and just not even paying attention to things. You know what I mean? So he's like, they took it way too seriously. He went on a tirade on Twitter, on Instagram, just trashing the UFC, trashing Dana White, calling him out personally, and a lot of drama, man. So what do you make of it? Do you think it's justified? Do you think it's not pulling him from the card? You know what I mean?
I'm a big Mark Hunt fan, and he's been on the show before.
Yes, he has.
But I gotta start with the UFC on this one. It's actually an article that he wrote himself. I doubt he wrote it, but a ghostwriter wrote this article.
Yeah.
But it's his words. But anytime you're a public figure, especially in MMA, especially with head trauma being a hot case right now with football and with the NFL, you can't be saying stuff like that, weeks or months before a fight.
Yeah.
It just puts the UFC in a tough corner.
Yeah.
They're just there to pretty much cover their ass, make sure that if something does happen, Mark Hunt can turn around and sue them or whatever, or blame the UFC for it. I think Mark Hunt is responsible for what he said or what he wrote, and this is his consequences for those actions. And I said with the UFC. I mean, if I was in the UFC's position, I'd probably do the same thing just to cover my own ass.
Yeah. Now, Mark Hunt felt like they were just doing it because he has a lawsuit against them right now. So it's kind of like just, which when you're pulling them from a fight like that, I could see it's. I can see the UFC side. You want to take every precaution you can. You want to side with the health of your fighter. But when you're in the midst of a lawsuit, pull the guy from the card, it does kind of make you question it. So I can see both sides, and the fact that Mark Hunt was just like, it wasn't even a serious interview, or not a serious interview, it's an article, right? He wrote.
Yeah.
Um, so to me, I'm like, I can see both sides. I can see a case for it.
It's happened before with Cain Velasquez
Yeah,
when
it's happened
Cain
before with Kane.
said something in an interview, and they put him on the card. So I don't think it has to do with anything with because it was in his home country or anything like that. It's
Yeah,
just the timing of it all. I think if Mark Hunt never said those things, he'd still be fighting.
he would still be fighting. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it's what he said. But I think Aaron Hawani reached out to the UFC and they didn't comment, but then he reached out to Mark Hunt and I think his people or his manager, and they said that the UFC made him take a brain test right after, and that Mark Hunt passed with flying colors. So
Yeah.
who knows? So even though he passed with flying colors,
Do you think they might just rebook the fight for a later date?
I mean, they should do that. I mean, I think if they don't, then it kind of looks bad on them. But I don't
Yeah,
know. It's kind of hard to say because it's kind of hard to book somebody right after they say something like that.
because yeah, that's true. But if it's like if you test him, if you bring him in for testing and he passes those tests, I mean,
There's no reason why not to book him
why
for
not
that
just
fight.
rebook the fight?
Yeah, it just Mark's been in a tough situation with the UFC with the lawsuit and the verbal war that's been going on with Dana
Mm-hmm.
White. It's not helping his case,
No.
but I think the UFC is right in their position.
Yeah.
I think since if he is passing these tests, they should rebook the fight.
Yeah.
Only time will tell with that.
I feel bad for Mark in a lot of ways because a lot of stuff he's been fighting for, it's noteworthy. It's something that fighters should get pay rights
Or union, right?
or a union, but it's almost like he's a one man army, and
Yeah.
you can't accomplish things when
Well, that and like if you don't fight, you don't make money. I'm sure all this is costing him a lot of money.
then you need to fight.
with lawyers' fee and everything like that.
Yeah. You need
Training camps.
Yep.
So
Not in a good position to fight the war when you're in the sport is not the best.
yeah, no one's supporting them. It's sad.
Is no one supporting him? And a lot of the things he did, and I think because people are, it's kind of it's an individual sport in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? So people got to look out for themselves, and
And their own careers, yeah.
yeah, when one falls away, the other one, and plus a lot of the people that get into it, like with some of the unions that have spread it up or the associations, the people behind them aren't necessarily there with the best intentions. Like the one that they had, was it P
With
P something? I don't know, whatever. It had Bjorn attached to it,
oh yeah.
like where they had GSP and all them on the stage.
It's funny, like all those unions that we heard of
They're gone.
They're
We
gone.
thought it was going to be a big story, and it just fizzed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, GSP was one of those faces, and now he's fighting for the UFC.
yeah.
Again, it's just
Yeah.
crazy what that's when it's in front of you. So I just, you're right. It's an individual sport. People are there looking out for their own interests, their own career. I mean, Mark Hunt in the past has done pro wrestling. Just do that.
Yeah.
You don't get hurt.
Yeah. Why not? I think that'd be a good career path for him.
Yeah, I mean they can bring in the realism of fighting and kind of
Samoa Joe versus Mark Hunt. Oh, that'd be epic.
Yeah, Samoans or
That'd be epic right there.
something like that.
He definitely has a career. I mean, he is a fighter, true and true though. So maybe he doesn't. He's not one to want to go into something like that's a little bit more
he could
choreographed, I guess.
go to Japan, but if he goes to Japan, it kind of he's a walking contradiction then because
Yeah.
people are giving steroids there.
Yeah, he's gonna be fighting. He's gonna be fighting nothing but juice heads.
So it's a tough situation. And then he's at an age where, he's at the tail end of his career, I think. And then I think the more he fights at his age, the more dangerous it is to not only to his body but to his brain.
Yeah, definitely.
And he has a family, so he needs to put that into consideration. And at the end of the day, is your morale more important than your financial situation? Because I mean, he does have a family to feed, and he's spending all this money and stuff. I mean, is it worth it when no one's gonna really be there to support you? And the UFC it's a brass that's
Yeah.
hard to be taken down. So is it really worth losing everything over?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think so. Just walk away, be with your family, and enjoy the rest of your life.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. I would agree. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that situation because I mean, I think they still have yet to book the fight, rebook the fight.
Yeah.
But I think there's a good chance that they might. It's just I think they're going to let the dust settle a little bit.
Right.
I don't know. Like a lot of matchups got made this past week. One of the best ones I think got made is Robbie Lawler against Rafael dos Anjos,
Mm.
which is that's an awesome fight right there. Who do you got in that fight?
I like Robbie Lawler.
You like Robbie Lawler? I
Just,
think I do
just
too.
I don't know. RDA. He has one fight at 170, and
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he dominated what Neil Magny
But his I don't know his. I think
recently.
I think he's like really flat footed,
Yeah,
and he hasn't really evolved as a fighter.
yeah.
And I think Robbie Lawler can hurt him bad with punches.
I think so too. And Robbie's no joke. You know what I mean? So
No.
it's like, and he's more of I think a natural 170
Then Dos Anjos.
than Dos Anjos. Yeah. Even though Dos Anjos has been at 170 before, I think he started his UFC career at 170 anyway.
Yeah.
So, but still, I like that fight. I'll go Robbie Lawler. I think, I think that it's kind of weird that fight after with Tyron Woodley after he lost the title is almost like, he was on that high, that run.
He was
Got
doing a
stopped by
fight, and now he's like lost in
Tyron,
the
and then that
shuffle.
was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just another fighter in the shuffle. It's weird.
Yeah, especially him being a former champion and him
Mhm.
going on that run that he did.
Yeah,
But I don't know, like ever since that whole with Dos Anjos and Conor McGregor fight didn't come to fruition, I kind of like just like I'm not a big fan of him anymore.
who Dos Anjos?
Yeah, because he's like a crybaby when
he
it wasn't Conor's fault. It was his own fault for being injured.
Yep.
He had the big lottery ticket to fight Conor, and he got injured. So don't be hating on Conor what he does.
Yeah.
It's not his fault they put out of a fight. him and Aldo, they're like crying, and they're always bitching and about Conor and what he does. It's like how is it Conor's fault?
Yeah.
He was ready to fight. You weren't. Tough luck.
Yeah.
You missed your opportunity. We won.
And he tried to make that super fight with Robbie Lawler. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna
But,
happen, Doug.
no. He irritates me. But I think Aldo irritates me even more.
Aldo? Yeah. He's
Yeah,
fighting
he can't let it
Ricardo
go.
Lamas.
Like he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if someone's making a lot of money elsewhere, don't be hating on them.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, Connor's opening the doors for these guys to make even more money.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why are you hating on them?
Well, Aldo's fighting Ricardo Lamas. That was another fight that they made recently. I think it's for the Winnipeg card, I think.
That's a good fight. I mean, before the Connor fight, I'd probably pick Aldo
Mm-hmm.
easily. Lamas no joke though.
There's no joke. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well,
That's a close fight to pick. I don't know.
like Aldo, I think since the Connor fight, I think it took the win out of his sails. You know what I mean? He won against Frankie. He did, fairly well, against Frankie. He got the title. Lost to Max Holloway. Got stopped, which is unusual for
Yeah.
Aldo. You know what I mean? It's not something that happens all the time. And now he suffered two in his last three fights, two stoppages in the last three fights, was his, it's crazy. It's unfortunate, but Max Holloway's on a run. And Max Holloway's a champ right now, so and no one wants to fight him. He's a big 155er.
Yeah.
Or 145er.
No, 145.
145er. So I want to see Aldo get back into it. Just fight. Just get back into it. Dominate.
I don't know. For some reason, Aldo reminds me of Henry Brown. What happened to him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not as bad, but he's going towards that direction.
Yeah. Hannah Burrell has. I mean, I've never seen it. Like Hannah Burrell just.
He's a talking about a fighter
Nosedive.
going into a decline. The guy is the ultimate decline.
Nosedive right there, man. Just can't win a fight.
No, and
It's anybody.
I remember Bantamweight White, praising him, saying he's the greatest ever.
Yeah. But a lot of this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got to take this into account. A lot of it's pre-USADA.
That's true.
Yeah, he was on the tear, destroying everybody. USADA comes into play, and then that's it.
That's it. His dad
You
bod
know?
comes into effect, and his
Yeah.
fighting shows.
I mean, look how much a lot of career paths have been changed since USADA. A lot of people have left the sport. You know, sometimes you even question people's motives when they leave the organization.
Yeah, go
You
to
know what I mean?
Bellator where it's welcomed.
Go to Bellator, go to Asia, go to whatever. I mean, look
Yeah.
at. I mean, you don't want to point fingers, but look at Ian McCall.
Mhm.
You know, has been struggling to either get a fight or make weight. Health issues.
I feel bad for that guy because I think he won the first fight against DJ,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and then he gets a rematch and he loses,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
DJ goes this tear.
DJ goes his star
Yeah.
goes on a rise, and McCall just goes
He's
down.
never the
He's
same.
never the same after that fight. Not,
Sucks.
and he won. He pretty much won that fight, basically. I mean, in a
I
lot
think he
of
won
people's
that
eyes,
fight.
I think he
Yeah.
won that fight.
Yeah,
I think everybody's surprised when he didn't get the decision, but
that's for the inaugural championship, wasn't it?
yeah.
No,
It's
it
crazy.
was a tournament.
It was a tournament for the title,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what it was. And he
Mhm.
was going to the finals.
Yeah,
But then,
but that was it. The rest is history.
yeah, it's crazy.
DJ makes history, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was history. Now he makes history.
Yeah. But Ian's over now. He just signed with Ryzen, which is that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like ever since USADA came into play, I mean, a lot of people,
Yeah.
their career paths have gone up and down. A lot of them, like Henry Burrell, just went downhill. And then you look at guys like Ian McCall and other guys that they leave the organization and
Especially if you sign with Ryzen,
and you go all the way to Japan. I mean,
where it's welcomed.
it's welcome. And I thought he didn't want to fight until he got 100K.
Yeah. And
I
that
doubt they paid him 100K.
No. Probably 50,000 plus some syringes.
So I mean, a lot of stuff like that, man. What else have you been up to?
Nothing. Just I got over a cold, but I hate having a cold because it seems like my stuffy nose stays with me, and that's the worst for me.
Yeah.
Because you can't taste anything.
That's the last one to go away is basically the stuffy nose because
hate it.
everything starts coming out of your
Like
nose.
with me, it lasts for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I had some ice cream that I really wanted to taste, and I couldn't taste nothing. It's just having like
But having any dairy products,
yeah.
but also having dairy products kind of adds to
to the phlegm and stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I had iced coffee the other day. I couldn't even taste nothing. I was pissed. Then we went to a restaurant in Little Tokyo, and the food looked great. I couldn't taste shit. It was fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I hate that. So,
I hate being sick. I don't get sick that often though.
yeah,
Rarely do I get sick.
Yeah, you don't. I used to be that way, but then age comes a factor. And I get sick all the time.
I don't know. We'll see. 32 now, so maybe it'll start to kick in.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't mind getting a sore throat. I don't mind. I just hate stuffy noses.
Yeah.
Because then you can't. Your mouth becomes dry because you gotta breathe out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So I'm always fucking thirsty.
Yeah.
Then I can't taste when I want to drink. Oh, it's annoying. What about you, man?
I had a busy weekend. I went to
Oh yeah, you went to San Diego, didn't you?
went to San Diego for the night. Kind of went out, just had dinner. Went to our favorite Brazilian place over in San Diego, Rei Delgado. If anybody's been there, it's the shit, man. It's the bomb. It's like it's expensive because any Brazilian barbecue place you go to, it's expensive because it's pretty much like a
Steak buffet.
yeah, it's like a buffet basically. They bring out the meat on skewers, different types, and then you also have like a little salad bar area. A lot of times they have seafood on there, so you go there, get crab legs, stock them up. You just eat whatever as much as you can, as much as you want,
Yeah.
and it's 50 a person, but it's that place at least is worth it. I haven't really been to too many others, but that one's our favorite. I have to go there all the time. So I haven't been out to we haven't taken a trip together. Me and my girl haven't taken a trip like alone without friends and stuff like that in a while. So I was like, let's just go. I have to have time. So we'll go. We went, stayed the night, came back the next afternoon, and then I came home, fell asleep, and then we went straight to the Action Bronson concert.
Oh, that's right. How was that?
It was pretty badass. It was awesome. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good show, man. He's like, Action. He's freaking hilarious. He's entertaining. Just him, the DJ Alchemist,
Yeah.
And then it was just them two on stage, and then he comes out, big old. He had like his little shirt had a pocket full of blunts, and everybody was smoking. There was so much smoke in there, like everybody was lighting. I had to have gotten a contact. You have to. It's like.
Did he throw joints to the ground?
Yeah, a couple actually. Yeah, he'll light them up, smoke as much as a couple of puffs here and there, and he'll pass them. He gave at least 2 to 3 in the crowd, and then everybody else had. I mean, the whole crowd was stocked. They had enough.
Did you smoke?
No, I didn't take anything. I didn't take any with me.
But the guys in the crowd didn't give you any joints?
No, I didn't really ask. I was just there for enjoying the music. But he did. He put on a great show, man.
How long was the set?
Like an hour and a half, maybe, or something like that. Like, at least, like decent set. I mean, he came on a little late because it was just him. The doors opened at 7:30. He didn't come on until past 9. Like, we got there just because we thought, like, somebody might come on or somebody, we want to get there early. And we got there early. Got the little pit area because they only had a certain amount of wristbands to be in that floor area. Everybody else had to be behind, like, the little barrier. Which, so either way, you'll be fine anywhere you
So you were in the little pit area?
Yeah, I was in the little pit area by the stage. But you got to get there early enough to get wristbands. I didn't know that, but we just had them to get there early. And yeah, I mean, it took them a while to get on stage, which I never like it when artists do that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if it's just you, get out there as soon as you can, and
yeah,
I mean, don't make people wait. But
and how was it? Your girl saying? Because she's not a big fan of just standing.
Yeah, she's not a big fan of it, but
she
is what it is. She dealt with it. She likes action. Huh?
She wasn't complaining?
No, not really.
Oh, that's good.
No. It was a good time. It was all a good time, and then went out to eat, and then that was it. Woke up the next morning. I was exhausted. Went to work.
Jeez, fun.
That was it. Good night. Good weekend right there.
Yeah. You want to get to our first guest?
Let's get to our first guest.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's get to our first guest. So, first on the show, Eddie Bravo. We're gonna go with Eddie Bravo first on the show. Kick off the show. EBI 13 is this weekend. Orpheum Theater, downtown Los Angeles. We're going to talk to him about combat jiu-jitsu, which is in November. They're also, I think they're going to have some combat jiu-jitsu on EBI 13.
Yeah, I think they got a 4-man tournament.
4-man tournament, but they're going to have a whole event soon. So we're going to talk to him about that. So here's Eddie Bravo.
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me.
EBI 13 is coming up this weekend, the lightweights. How do you feel? How do you like how the card's shaping up? You excited?
Hey, I'm crazy excited, man.
Yeah.
Especially after Gary Tonin performed in Abu Dhabi, ending up in the Final Four. He looked great, and him and Gordon Ryan proved that Craig Jones and all the other EBI veterans that they did well in 2017 ADCC, including Gio Martinez and Ruslan Chiziyev. All these guys proving that EBI is right there at the top.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be very hard to beat Gary Tonin at 155. But you know what? Wagner Rocha's in the tournament, and he beat Gary at Abu Dhabi. So there's a chance for Gary Tonin to get redemption, EBI style. We also got Bill Cooper at 155. Last time he was in EBI, he got to the finals, lost to Eddie Cummings. That's nothing to hang your head about. Yeah. And also we got Nathan Orchard at 55. He's a monster. And my new 10th Planet monster coming up, who's winning everything, on the independent scale, with PJ Bark, who's from 10th Planet San Diego.
Yeah.
He's Richie Martinez black belt. This guy's awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if he took the whole thing. We're also going to have a 4-man combat jiu-jitsu tournament as well, interwoven in EBI, featuring Richie Martinez. Richie Martinez, he's going to make, he's done MMA. Obviously he's done EBI a few times, got to the finals at EBI 1, lost to Gary Tonin. So, his specialty is rubber guard, and we'll see if he gets an opportunity to use it in combat jiu-jitsu. Also, in that 4-man combat jiu-jitsu tournament is Tiago Moises from American Top Team. It's going to be insane.
All right, that was Eddie Bravo, founder of 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, EBI 13, the lightweights this weekend, and then EBI combat jiu-jitsu coming soon in Almani, which is our kind of backyard, I guess.
It's close by, yeah.
Close by, yeah.
So EBI 13, I think, is October 22nd, this Sunday.
Yeah.
Combat Jiu-Jitsu is November 4th, I believe. Or
Yeah.
I gotta look at the date on that one. But yeah.
So yeah, thanks Eddie for coming on. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. So what else? We have Jimmie Rivera on the show.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's go right to Jimmie Rivera
Yeah.
because he was gracious enough to give us some time right before his, he's really starting. He's going to teach class and all that. So let's get to right to Jimmie Rivera, top ranked bantamweight, fighting
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz this coming December.
30th, yeah.
Number one contender fight, basically.
Yeah,
So
pretty much. Yeah.
here's our interview with Jimmie Rivera.
All right. So up next on the show we have UFC bantamweight Jimmie Ed Terror Rivera, who competes December 30th against one Dominic Cruz. Thanks, Jim, for taking time out of your busy day. The fight's here, and how do you feel about Dominic Cruz as an opponent?
I'm excited for the fight. It's great to have like 3 months to train for a
Yeah.
fight instead of 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So there's no pressure, there's no rush. I can take my time and get ready. He's a little bit of a unique fighter with all the extra movement he does. So that's been fun time, learning, how to fight him and just working on it. And everything's coming together well. I feel good, and we still got about 9-10 weeks out.
Nice, man. Now, are you officially started your camp? Is it how soon do you really start your camp?
I started my camp the same week I signed my agreement bout. That same week they announced the fight.
Yeah.
I literally found out about the fight that Tuesday. I don't remember the exact date, and they announced the fight like 3 hours later without me even. I didn't sign an agreement with the contract for the fight, but
they announced it before you signed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice. Wow.
Well, Dominic Cruz is obviously a former champion, and he's pretty much only lost twice in his career. And I know you wanted to fight either him or TJ. Now you got Dominic Cruz as an opponent. Are you planning to call out Cody after you win Dominic Cruz? Or are you gonna let things happen on its own?
I plan on calling out whoever wins.
Champion.
Yeah, whoever's the champion after November 4th. So if it's TJ, it's TJ. Cody is Cody. Either one of them.
Nice. Do you have something in mind, like a speech for either one of those?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I got a little time to plan for it. I thought of the speech after my last fight, probably in the locker room warming up, making sure I have a game plan on the mic, because I think that's one of the most important things. You got that 5 minutes afterwards with whoever it is, whether it's Brian Stan or Joe Rogan, and you got to make it count.
Yeah, cut that wrestling promo, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, are you surprised that Cruz wanted the fight? Because you guys are on a short list of contenders, but the fact that he waited, he decided not to wait and decided to fight you instead. Because he expected a title shot. It seems like he expected a title shot.
Exactly, I was, and then he was on the MMA Hour. I got to listen to him, and and it's right. Sean Shelby makes the fights for the bantamweight division, and he wasn't guaranteed the next fight, and I don't think he should have. He could have reached Cody right away, but he decided to wait. So, when that happens, you have to now face the reality that you have to either defend your spot or someone's going to come in front of you, and that's what happened. So it was either he wasn't going to get the spot, and I was going to get the spot, or he was going to have to fight me for the number one contender.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Well, let's just say Cody wins his fight against TJ. There have been reports that Cody might want to go down to 125 and face DJ for his title. And if he does that, it kind of keeps your division in limbo. Are you worried about that at all?
Not at all. Not at all. If that does happen, it could always be an interim belt. There's so many things that could happen.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about it because I'm not trying to live off my money like other fighters are. I have an actual job and I have a business to run.
Yeah.
I'll wait until after the fact. I'll see what happens afterwards and go from there.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people feel like Cody exposed Dominic. Do you kind of take that with a grain of salt, or is that something that you're gonna really, look to take advantage of, or maybe expose something else that you might see in the?
I think the two aspects Dominic has is he's good at mixing it up from striking to wrestling, and he has a unique style of movement. Besides that, you could tell he can't really box the way he was swinging his arms. Like anybody that was a boxer, anybody that's good at boxing, you can tell he can't punch well. A lot of his stuff is for MMA, and I think Cody was the better boxer and was able to stop the takedowns, and that's what made him so successful in his fight.
Yeah.
Now, Dominic Cruz has great footwork. You know, he's known for his footwork. Have you brought anybody in your camp to kind of emulate Dominic Cruz?
Yeah, my teammates do great. My teammate, who I was saying, Luis Galno, they intimidate him perfect and do all his extra movement, stuff like that. And it's funny watching because they're like on point with it.
Yeah.
Because I've tried doing something. It's doing some of the steps he does, but you finally get the hang of it. So I have my teammates out the most, and that's why I'm not worried about the fight because I have someone to emulate him, and I don't have to go travel far. I just got to go to my gym and train.
Awesome.
Yeah. You got probably one of the most impressive records out in the bantamweight division and pretty much the UFC right now. Is that something that is a kind of pressure, adds more pressure to you, or is that more of a sense of pride? Which one outweighs the other, do you think?
I never really think about the record,
yeah.
You know what I mean, or winning streak or anything like that. I just kind of focus on the next fight at hand, and that's it. I think the biggest thing is it sucks to lose, and it sucks to not have your hand raised at the end. So I think I just put that in my mind and just work hard when I have a fight coming up or training camp. That's really it. I don't really ever think about it until someone asks me about it. And I'm like, yeah, it's going well, I guess. I just worry about the next fight at hand, so this way I could, reach for a title shot.
No, it's crazy because like usually when we interview fighters, like we go on a SureDog page, and it's usually like green, some red, or a lot of red, then green. But with you, it's all green, man. That's all wins. It's pretty impressive. Now, your last fight was against Tony Almeida, and in your hometown of New Jersey. How was that for you? Winning in front of your hometown crowd.
It was great. I mean, winning in Long Island and having the first fight ever in Long Island, the first UFC ever. It was cool to be a part of history. I did. It was my first fight in Glasgow in Scotland.
Yeah.
So I was super excited about it. It was cool to be there, and we had myself and two other guys on the card that night, Shane Burgos and Lyman Good.
Right,
so we had the crowd. It was huge. It was loud, and it was a blast. It was a blast, especially fighting someone and beating them at their own game, which is kickboxing, who's one of the best bantamweights in our division.
Nice, man. And you have you obviously have a strong attachment to your Puerto Rican descent. And with a lot of the things that are going on in Puerto Rico right now, has that been a little bit of a distraction for you? And have you been able to reach out to family that are over there?
Yeah, my family's good. It hasn't been a distraction because there's stuff that I have to take care of here that it's important too as well. So you kind of learn how to balance it out and able to kind of deal with everything.
So talk about like your history of MMA. I know you're an amateur. I think back in 2007, you went undefeated for 2 years before you went pro. But what made you want to get involved in MMA? Was it something more like a bully type, or just something to as fun, like a hobby?
Well, I was picked on when I was a kid. I was a new kid at school, and my mom brought me in for discipline because of that at home. But I was getting picked on, which she didn't know. I was able to defend myself a couple months into my training, and I actually started with Tiger Schulman's, and then one thing led to another. And we teach, kids the same way, and adults the same way I grew up was, you compete to help you get better and face your fears, kind of, and go in there competition. And just one thing led to another. I saw some people doing kickboxing fights at my age. I want to do some kickboxing fights. I did tournaments before that. And then, once I was 18, I was able to do amateur MMA. So I started doing amateur MMA and more kickboxing fights. And when I was 19, I was 11-0, 4-0 in kickboxing and 7-0 in MMA. And I told my coach, I'm like, can I go pro now? He was like, yeah, sure. I know I had to ask him a couple times. It went well from there. And then, it's my second time in the UFC. The first time I wasn't so successful. I lost to Dennis Bermudez in the Ultimate Fighter House. I took it with a grain of salt. I learned from it, and then it just helped me improve and get better.
Nice, man. And your relationship with Tiger Schulman, I mean, you guys are very close. He's obviously took you under his wing at a young age. How does that, how does he help you in terms of your career, in terms of your preparation throughout your entire career?
With everything. I mean, he comes up with the game plans. He coaches me. He's there throughout the whole way, and it helps me. It's my job to just listen to what he says and go do it. Yeah. And that's really it. I think, a lot of times I tell people, and I agree, he's very underrated, but it's okay. It's not. It doesn't bother him, but I always bring it up. I think he's underrated. He's a really good coach. Stands really well. and he can make people that come from nothing to be unbelievable. I mean, I was never a fighter. I never was a wrestler or anything like that. All I did was martial arts as a kid and baseball.
Nice.
And then I decided to keep going with martial arts, and I didn't like baseball as much.
Do you have any hobbies outside the cage?
Yeah, I like to go shooting. My wife and I will go shooting, riding,
nice.
motorcycle, stuff like that.
Oh man.
Teaching, obviously. Just a little bit of everything. Outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Always up for new experiences and learning new things.
Awesome, man.
Where can people find the school? Give them like a plug, because you're actually going to teach class right now.
I'm on East 23rd Street between Mass and Park Ave. I'm actually on the warm-up mat right now, and I have my kids. Let's see, hold on, so I can flip it. They're just
Nice,
man. I like the.
Yeah, so this is just the mat downstairs, and then we have the mat upstairs right now. So they're just hanging out. It's like their little playground before they get to go in class.
Yeah.
Just the energy, stuff like that. So, but
awesome.
it's cool.
I know, like we're pretty much kind of close to your teaching. So
it's class time right now.
Class time, yeah. So go ahead.
Usually the class starts at 4, so I have to prep and then get ready with my other instructors and my manager and stuff like that. Make sure we're all on the ball and stuff and everything runs smoothly.
Nice. Yeah. So before that, you go just let the fans know where they can find you on social media and maybe plug in some responses if you have any. Yeah,
no problem. I mean, you guys can find me on Jimmie Rivera 135 on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram, Jimmie Rivera. And I want to thank Tiger Fight Gear and NutriBio for sponsoring Ain't Clean, bro.
Nice, man. Hey, best of luck come this December. And then, man, we're rooting for you. And all the best in the preparation.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right, guys. And that was UFC's bantamweight, Jimmie Rivera, who fights December 30th against one Dominic Cruz. So appreciate it, Jimmy, for coming on, and special luck with your next coming fight against Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah,
I think this fight, even more so than the Faber fight, I think is gonna really propel him into
because he has that Pan record, and I think I think with the win against Dominic Cruz is like legitimize all his record.
His record. I mean, we talked about it with him. His
it's all green.
His record is it's all green on Share Dog if you look it up. 185 this weekend for Bellator. Mousasi versus Semenko. I mean, the debut of Gegard Mousasi. I mean, we've been waiting for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, good card, nice card. Heather Hardy's on there. Marcus Servin. You got a lot of other guys on here. But I mean, obviously, you want to go with the main event. This is a Mohegan Sun. Yucasville, Connecticut. Bellator 185. Who do you have? Gegard Mousasi, Alexander Semenko.
I have Mousasi in this fight. I think
Mousasi.
he's fought the who's who in the UFC's middleweight division, and I think he's going to continue on his tear in Bellator.
I think so too. I think he's a bigger, taller, even talented fighter. Fought some of the best in the division on a roll. I think I saw his interview with Ariel. He seemed confident, seemed ready.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got caught any of that, but it was a really good, entertaining interview. He got into a lot of different things, but I think he's looking at this fight as potential title shot for this one. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Mousasi. I think he's gonna get it done. I think probably dominant fashion, I'd say. LFA 25 is also this weekend. Cochran versus Rodriguez. That's on Access TV. These are both on Friday nights. And then you have on Saturday night, October 21st from Poland. On October 21st, UFC Fight Night 18, Cerrone versus Till.
Is it a 5-pass card?
It is not a 5-pass card. Oh, yeah, it is a 5-pass card. Yeah. 3 p.m. Eastern time. So it's Donald Cerrone, Darren Till. Darren Till, a big name out in Europe, England. I think he's from England, if I'm not mistaken. Good card. Jan Blachowicz, Devin Clark, Jody Escobar, Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Nice. Jody Escobar coming from Invicta. It's not bad right there, man. Sam Melvey on the card, Andre Feely on the card versus Arden Labov. Aspen Lads on there, Lena Landsberg. I like Lena Landsberg. I think she's cute.
Yeah.
Good right there. So Donald Cerrone, Darren Till. Who do you have?
Cerrone.
Cerrone? I'd say he gets it done. I mean, Cerrone always get it. I mean, he does well against guys that they put him up against, kind of just throw him out there. You know, even if they're dangerous, like you know, they had Cowboy Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he is a dangerous fighter. Cerrone goes out there, shows that why he's still at the top of the division, whatever division he fights in. So yeah, it's hard to bet against Cerrone. I'll go with Cerrone on this one. Darren Till, I know, has a really nice record, 12-0, undefeated. The guy's, you know, no joke. You know, a big name out where he's coming from. So it's you know, it's gonna be an interesting fight. Could Darren pull it off? And we'll see. But you can't go against Donald Cerrone, not in a fight like this.
Right.
So definitely Dennis Cerrone on that one. So what's up, man? What do you got coming up this week?
Well, Wei Ting. We're gonna hang out with Wei Ting this weekend. So
yes, I don't think the fans maybe haven't really been don't know too much about it. We haven't talked about it really. So
yeah,
Wei Ting. Yeah, I think we mentioned it.
Yeah, we mentioned it. Yeah.
But yeah, Wei Ting from the Fight Network is going to be here this weekend. We're gonna get together, obviously, go get something to eat. Looking to get some Roscoe's.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of drinks maybe. But definitely, we are going to do our best to try to get an episode
with him. He's down. It's just a matter of
in studio. It's all about just, you know,
timing,
scheduling.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get it done, try to pull it off. If not, you know, we're going to do our best to do it. You know.
Yeah.
But either way, you know, Wei is going to be here this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we should probably go to Long Beach. We'll be in Long Beach this weekend. So if anybody's, you know,
in Long Beach,
I'm thinking that's where we're going to be.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of Roscoe's. When was the last time you've been to Roscoe's?
Years.
Years?
Can't remember the last time I was there.
It's been a couple of years for me too. You know who has a really good chicken and waffles? Universal Studios.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was bombed. Yeah. So at the Simpsons area, they have like the Chicken Hut or whatever. It's right next to Krusty Burger. And they have like this big chicken piece, really good grilled chicken piece. And it's sandwiched between two waffles. It has like condensed milk in it. It's got lettuce. It's amazing.
Oh,
it's
wow.
amazing. Bomb. So I'm looking forward to getting some chicken and waffles. So, but yeah, that's our 100th episode, man.
Yeah.
100 episodes. Damn.
It's quite a journey, and I'm looking forward to 100 more. That's like 2 years from now. God damn.
Yeah. Maybe even sooner. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll get there, pump them out. We're going to be pumping out these episodes, so
that's true.
We might get there sooner. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being with us for this entire time. If you've been from episode 1 all the way till now,
we appreciate you.
We appreciate you, man. But we definitely want to thank Eddie Bravo, who I think has been very instrumental in terms of helping us get off the ground.
Yeah.
You know, because we've been going to interviewing him. You know, he's been on the show a couple of times. This is probably maybe the third time. Obviously, always been gracious enough to, you know, let us cover EBI from very early on.
And he's worked us out a couple of times, so it's kind of cool.
There's that too. But always, you know, a friend of the show. Looking forward to seeing him and also the event this weekend. Make sure you guys get tickets. And thank you to Eddie Bravo for being a part of this show. Also, Jimmie Rivera. Thank you for Jimmie Rivera for being a part of this show. Always great to, you know, talk to, you know, high level, high caliber fighters like that, that you know, are at the cusp of, you know, the peak of mixed martial arts, you know, the very top. So it's always interesting to get their take on certain things and to catch up with those guys like Jimmie Rivera. Thank you for him being on the show. And for everybody out there, go to themmacomplex.com. Everything MMA Complex, you can find it all there.
Yeah, you can follow us on social media. You can follow me on Twitter, MMA Complex James. You can follow him, MMA Complex Josh. You can follow the show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all under the MMA Complex. Thanks to you fans who have been listening or watching on YouTube. We appreciate your support. And we're looking for maybe 100 more episodes. But until then, enjoy the good fights this weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next week.